Sup, guys? Hopefully you can hear us on the stream. I don't know.
Oh,
Hello, I am Kyle, and this is Dan. Say hi, Dan.
hello everybody.
Yay! I think you've met him before. If I remember right, you casted a couple of games, yeah?
I did no, I only did two games, like one with Palmy and one with Scott.
Alright. Well, that's the same number as me, so that's
Yeah.
okay. And everyone here probably knows you anyways. It's fine. So,
Yeah. So
yeah.
we're watching right now UCL White versus University of Leeds Sin.
Technically speaking, we're not actually watching them because there's a little thing about 5 minutes and then 3 minutes delay, blah blah blah.
Yeah, but let's talk about this Champ Select. So what's going on right now is that the main support for UCL White isn't able to play today, which is why we have Lulu Mainunu in support, and he doesn't actually main the position. So this will be quite interesting.
This is gonna be tricky. And has he practiced with the team before? Like
No, I mean,
Okay.
from what I understand, they haven't had too much practice together, and we might be able to see that come through today. You know, the team synergy might not be that good.
Especially in bot lane, where synergy with your support is so important. I swear to God.
Yeah.
What about the champ select? Have they been able to tell us anything about exactly what people have picked?
It looks pretty standard. I mean, they've got the Z into the Zeref. I mean, Zeref's got the poke. It'll be a game of skill there. Yeah, there's not too much to say, I don't think. The Nar versus Mundo will be quite interesting.
Nar is quite interesting because he is fairly new. Fairly new. I mean, people have had a couple of months to get used to him, to how he plays, but I think this is the first time I've really actually seen, in a semi-competitive setting, someone playing like Nar in top lane.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, from what I've heard is that if you're really good with Gnar, he can be so strong. But I mean, you played him before. He's got such a high skill cap to play well.
Oh yeah, but the thing is, our top laner usually goes Rise. So I'm wondering if it might have been a 4.
Maybe. I mean, it's possible actually.
It is quite possible. They probably would have known. Like every game I've seen him, the dude has played Rise. So yeah.
Having said that, they've still got the late game power. So they've got the Tristana, and the Z split push, and they're compensating a bit with the early game with the Lee Sin. We've seen Flamsy's Lee Sin before. He's quite strong on that champ.
Yeah, I trust him. Lee Sin is always a strong jungler. Like if you need a solid, pretty dependable jungler, go Lee Sin.
Yeah, I'd say. I mean, I just say it's a pretty standard team comp. There's nothing too crazy that stands out. And same with the University of Leeds' team. They've got the Corki, he's got the mid-game power spike, they've got the Mundo for the late game. Zera's got a strong poke, it's all okay.
Who's their jungle?
Their jungle is Jarvan.
Ah, my favorite.
Do you play Jarvan much?
Nah, I just see him as a really effective jungler. Like, no tank jungle wasn't that big for a while, but I think he's one of the, well, I quite like it. Like, whenever I see him, it actually makes me really happy to see him, because when he comes in, he can come in really strong. And if he lands at Cataclysm just in just the right place and everyone piles in, it can turn out really, really well. But the thing is, if you're gonna be a Jarvan jungle, you really know when to come in, when to come out, which is true of all junglers, I guess, but especially Jarvan, because if that Cataclysm lands wrong, you're gonna look really, really dumb.
Yeah, I mean, Jarvan's one of those junglers who you have to stay ahead, and you definitely can't fall behind, because it makes it so hard to play. Like, if he falls behind, he's always the one who engages and goes in like head first, and it means that if you don't have those defensive items later in the game, that's going to be really devastating.
Exactly. The people must be able to follow their king, and then if the king kind of sucks, then that's not a good king. That's not the kind of king you want to follow. Okay. Oh, they're 5 minutes. We should be able to get in now, I believe.
Yeah.
Yay! Okay, cool.
Yeah, a pretty standard level one. Doesn't look like they're doing anything too special here.
Everyone just chilling out, doing their own thing, and nobody went for an invasion. Nobody went for like a. That's all good.
Yeah, nothing special. So what position do you actually play usually, Carl?
I play support. I actually play support.
Really?
Yes, son. And I main Nami.
Okay. Really? So you're gonna have some pretty interesting comments on this Nami today, right?
Definitely, because my big thing about Nami is people who waste their bubbles. Like, you seriously have to think so hard. To be fair, when I started out playing her, it's literally just like use it whenever. But
Have you ever seen Korean Namis?
no, I have not had the pleasure of seeing Korean Namis. Why?
You need to watch it because I mean, when you watch LCS and stuff, none of the Westerners can play Nami properly, and like you see them play a few games, and sometimes they're alright, but then you see the Korean Nami, you're like, oh my god, what have I been missing so far? It's just like next level shit right there.
I'm not. I wouldn't be surprised. Because the really standard thing is just. Well, for me, it was always QWE, max out your W, max out your E, because your Q can be a 1-point wonder.
Right.
But I have no idea how they do it in Korea. It's probably some pretty intense stuff.
Well, it's more the positioning and just how they play the champion on the whole. It's so strong. It's like how Rengo got really big, but in the West they just weren't able to play him at the same level.
Yeah.
And when you went straight to Korea or like China, Rengar was so beastly.
Yeah, because then again, AP Rengar is scary. I hate seeing AP
Rengar. I have not seen that before.
No, son. Like, I don't know. I think this is just an NA thing. It's really strange, but because they changed Rengar, the new Rengar, if you start him scaling AP or you start him with a double Doran, he is so scary.
Right.
No, I've seen it in. Yeah, I've seen the weirdest things. Okay, I saw a TF.
Have you seen? Right, there's that one-hit wonder guy in NA Challenger scene who mains Rengar. He just plays Rengar and he plays it absolutely beastly. Have you seen it before?
No, I think he was a double Doran guy. I think he was the first one to do that for shits and giggles, and it just wrecked.
No, this guy still plays Rengar. Like, he was playing it all through Season 4 as well. And
Wait,
he was still a challenger.
Up? Dude, by the way, have you loaded up? I'm at like 100%, but I'm not in.
I'm actually watching it right now, but the game's been paused, so...
I
don't know what's up with that.
I see. Yeah, now I see him. Okay. Wait, what happened? How come it's paused?
Okay. It looks like they're having some internet issues with the ADC.
All hail Edgeroom. Oh dear.
Yeah, Edgeroom's not the best for internet streaming.
Edgeroom is a pain in the butt. Like, not for anything. First of all, why would you... Oh dear, is one of them in halls?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that Edgeroom's meant to be really fast, but the connection is so unstable, you can't really rely on it.
Yeah, it's literally the worst thing to try to connect to it. Oh my god. I was playing on Edgeroom last year. I wanted to cry.
Yeah, it's not the most forgiving.
Definitely not. You just kind of pray. And I was playing NA as well. That's like 160, 170 ping on Edgeroom.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, from what I've heard, that's not too bad in NA.
No, but the fact that I was on Edgeroom just made it infinitely worse. And that I had to pray for a lack of DC, no lag spikes, no nothing. I mean, it's fine now, but...
So, 160 ping?
Yeah, some...
It's not even like, it's alright. I mean, I remember probably 4 or 5 years ago when I used to play a bit of, Crossfire, which is like a Counter-Strike clone, basically. My ping was always 140, and that was on a good day. If it went up to 500, I'd be like, oh fuck, why is my ping so bad? I'm just hoping for that 140 ping.
Oh my god. Dude, it's okay. Like, if you can play on really high ping, it means you are a champ. If you can play...
thank you. I feel so good now.
Yeah. No, I really admire people who can play. Oh my god, they changed the Lee Sin profile. His profile pic. I totally didn't see that.
Have you not noticed?
Dude, I haven't actually touched League except to cast.
Oh wow. No, they changed a lot of the champs.
No, I saw the Graves one. The Graves one looks really nice.
Have you seen Oriana's?
Yeah.
Hers is completely different.
Completely. I like it. It's creepy.
Really?
But I like it.
Yeah, I like all of them. I mean, have you seen the PvE update?
No. Oh.
Right, so like they're changing the whole of the summoners Ooh, they're changing the whole of the
There's Rift?
Summoner's Rift map,
No,
and
dude,
the
of
new
course I know that.
yeah. So the new textures and everything are a lot more darker and a lot more like Dota. Which
Oh,
is why
man.
the new, if you look at the new champs pictures, it kind of suits that. You know, it's that kind of got like a darker
Yeah,
feel.
dark. That and the art just looks nicer. Like they probably got a much better artist to do these. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that was a bit of a that was one heck of a comment there.
What? Have you called?
About the art style. Some people like the the old
No, no,
pictures.
no. I mean, it's in just like because I saw. Well, I guess it's like what they did with MF. Because if you see it, the proportions are a bit off. The faces, it's not bad. It's just not as good as it could have been. Like these ones definitely have a lot more, I guess, life to them.
Right.
Aesthetically speaking, they're. I think.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna go
I think you
art
need to stop
critic on
digging
you.
yourself a hole here.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go art critic and say, yes, the subtlety of the stroke. Here denotes the pain and misery of the art. No, these are just people who are paid to make. Oh no, we
Okay,
should.
so the game's back on now.
Game's back on. I am.
Yes,
Stuck
it's
on-
finally starting.
Oh, dude, it kind of froze for me. Oh, there it is. Okay, standard stuff. Cool.
Yeah, so both bot lanes leashed for their junglers.
Oh, that's
Um,
awful nice of them.
Yeah, and I mean, actually, they're getting a lot of early poke there on the Tristana.
Oh yeah, which is a bit surprising.
Hmm.
Oh boy. Okay.
Wow, they are doing some really nice poke on the Tristana.
Yeah.
I think we're seeing the lack of synergy on the bot lane already. That
Yeah.
Tristana's taking quite a bit of damage here from the fresh and the Corki.
I'm already okay. See, because the Nami started W, which makes it difficult. If she'd started Q, she'd be able to catch the Thresh and the Corki out a lot.
Hmm.
Because
Oh,
they are coming in
okay.
really, really close. And you can tell when and where they're going to go backwards. All you have to do is match the ball. Oh my god, Tristana's almost down. Thank God for
Yeah,
that.
that was a really close hook there from Fresh.
Yeah, as long as Nami gets her Q second, then they should be doing a bit better. Now?
Yeah, I think they kind of anticipated having to play a passive lane here, which is why
Started
Lulu
W.
started with the W.
Even with a passive lane, I still would have
Oh,
won.
if you look at the jungle, the top side jungle,
Oh.
Lee just attacked Jarvan.
Oh.
That was really close. Jarvan is so low. He's on like a quarter
They're both
HP
double.
right
Oh,
now.
no, still there. Okay, no, he didn't get Jarvan fully, but Jarvan is low on health. He's still,
This is
I think,
really
going
good,
for
though.
his jungle.
Yeah, they're going.
Nicely
I think
done, Lee.
He could look for the Mundo gank here, but
I don't think he will. Mundo's way too close. Oh, no. He might be coming in. Could he be? No, but Mundo's right under turret. I don't think he's
Yeah,
willing to make that risk.
yeah, he's
That's
not
a
gonna
little
be able
bit
to do it.
ballsy.
But I think they do need to shut down the Mundo quite early because you know late game Mundo is just such a
It's
tank.
crazy. Zed's a little bit under Serath at the moment. Just a tad. Let's see. Corki is 1 CS up on Tristana, which I
But that's
don't
quite
blame her
interesting
for.
considering how much they've won. They've been quite strong in the lane so far.
No, it's because they've been too busy trying to kill Tristana. They haven't been focusing
Yeah.
as much on the CS, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
Well,
But
that's
I-
fair enough then. I mean, they're not the blue side aren't doing too bad at all, considering they haven't got that synergy whatsoever.
Yeah, well, I think it's just a matter of giving that lane time. Because if the Nami
Another missed hook.
individual Nami, then she should be okay. Like,
And I think Lami just landed the bubble on the fresh.
ooh,
Ooh, that's some really nice return damage there.
well done. I think I'm a little delayed on you, man. Very nicely done.
Really?
though. Yeah, I am a little
Right.
bit. No, Lee Sin. Oh, Lee Sin didn't gank. I thought he was going to gank mid lane. Shame.
Oh, that's really bad timing. So Corki just warded out the Lee Sin just as he was coming.
Damn. Wait, top lane, damage on the Mundo. Ah, sugar. I'm trying not to swear. I swear. But Gnar did some decent damage as Mega Gnar to Mundo. Mundo is now under turret, going on the
Wow.
defensive. Well done.
He took Mundo really low. Mundo's like a quarter HP right now.
Gnar is some. I think this was a really good choice on his part. Because once he went Mega, you really had to anticipate that Mega because Mundo was not ready for the Hulk, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Ew.
I mean, and this is the 1v1. They haven't had any jungle pressure yet, so.
I mean, if Lee Sin manages to get up there, I think he's a gunner. Oh, J4 is come to bot lane.
Yeah, and they're anticipating bot lane gank here. But the thing is that, what's it? University of Leeds is actually pushing against. The lane is pushing against them. Sorry, pushing against UCL, which means that they're not really. Whoa, that damage on Corki.
It's some insane. Ooh!
Holy crap!
Oh, lovely bubbles, nicely done, insane, and oh my god, that was a good flash out.
Yeah,
I thought Nami was dead.
No, the Tristan had so much damage on the Corki. They essentially traded damage on the ADC for support.
That's good.
Which was
good trade.
Yeah, for sure. But also Jarvan just wasted his time there because the thing is that the lane was shoving towards blue, which meant that it wasn't likely that UCL would push out. So Jarvan was just kind of waiting in that bush for. I think
really
he's anticipating the counter gank.
And I don't know. Like it would be good for Lee to come in, but at the same time, Lee might also want to apply pressure on lanes where UCL is strong. Like go mid, go top, definitely. Like Mundo is still on quarter health. Nar is still on full health. Mundo, what are you doing, son?
Yeah,
I think he's waiting for a chance to ult.
Yeah, it might have been a good idea for Lee Sin to actually make a gank top, because if you think about Lee Sin being one of the strongest early game junglers, I mean, there hasn't been any successful ganks so far.
Yeah.
So
it would have been a really strong gank. They would have been able to apply a lot of pressure.
Yeah, they could have taken advantage of the Gnar winning that matchup in the top lane.
Yeah. In the meantime, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Zara?
I mean,
oh
yeah,
my god, Gnar has
the
62 CS.
Gnar?
Yeah.
Wow, okay, so first blood just came in, but Jarvan gank worked out for them.
I am delayed from you. I am delayed. Ooh, that Jarvan gank. Oh, shoot. Yeah.
I don't know what happened there, but the thing is, UCL had the ward in the bush, the lane bush, so
I think it was just Nami getting caught out at the wrong place at the wrong time. Nami's not a very strong duelist. She really needs support.
Yeah, I'm expecting the gank came through the tri-bush, which is why they didn't see it coming.
Okay, so they're taking dragon. We've got Leeds taking the first dragon, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, like
taking a lot of damage from them, but they've all taken damage. Jarvan is at quarter health. Thresh is quarter health. It's a shame Lee Sin isn't there to help sweep up after dragon.
Nah, I don't think it would have worked out just because they got the gank on the bot lane. They killed the Nami. It was a 4v5.
True.
They basically secured themselves dragon there. So it's a bit unfortunate they got caught out there.
But I think they can make it up if Gnar is winning the top lane this heavily.
So I mean the CS numbers are 79 to 62, so it's not too bad for Mundo. I mean, definitely it's not going as well as he would have liked.
Yeah, but we'll just see, because I'm not sure. How do you build Gnar?
I guess he's going to want to get some offensive item first and then move into defensive ones after.
I would think so, because he managed to do a lot of crazy damage earlier on. What's going on in bot lane?
And the discrepancy, I mean, it's the discrepancy in CS in the top lane is kind of getting matched in the mid lane, where you've got Zeref on 79 versus 67 against Zed.
To be fair, that's because Zed's kind of melee. I don't blame the little dude.
Yeah, so it's pretty hard for Zed into the matchup.
Especially with all that poke, he really has to stay on the defensive.
Yeah, definitely. It's a pretty hard matchup to play, so it's not too surprising. But I mean, you can see the first blood and dragon money coming into University of Leeds' side. They're about 1k up right now.
That's not too bad.
Oh, back in the bot lane again, and Tristana just got taken out.
Ooh. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I missed that again.
Bot lane needs ganks. Bot lane needs a lot of counter gank and fast.
Okay, if you go back in the mid lane, Lee Sin looked for the gank there. Zed is really low, but you can see Jarvan hovering around the mid as well.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it
it's
looks like
not
they're
safe
just
for either of them.
yeah, it looks like they're just looking to. Whoa, Lee Sin just flashed in for the kick, and
Mm.
Zed wasn't there. Okay, Lee Sin gets a solo kill. Now they're going in for the Jarvan.
Come on, come on, come on, come on!
Wow. Okay, that was wow. Okay, that was a really nice recovery at mid there. Wow, Lee Sin is
Nicely
going
done.
for the fresh as well.
Thresh, Thresh, go, go, go! Killing spree, come!
Yeah, he didn't have the
Dude.
vision there, which is why he was worried about the Corki. Which is why he didn't chase further. But
Which is a shame, but
yeah, that
quite
was
nice, all things considered. I think that's gonna help them out a little bit.
it was a fairly good trade considering Lee Sin went aggressive on the Zeref really early on. I mean, he flashed in and ulted the Zeref.
Top!
Zed
Go
wasn't
top
even...
lane! Top lane! Oh, god damn it! Gnar got too scared off by the... Well, Gnar was going in on the Mundo. He went Mega Gnar was going in on the Mundo, but Mundo ulted.
That was really close. I mean, Mundo's still a quarter HP,
No,
so...
go Mundo! Go up, go up!
Yeah, if Gnar stays... If Mundo stays around, they could still... Oh! They could still get the kill in there.
Very close, but no, Mundo is definitely on the defensive. If he's not careful, he's gonna have to go home or go die.
And if you go back to the bot lane as well, Corki is now about quarter HP. Oh, but they landed a hook on Flamzy. This is really bad.
Oh!
The gank didn't work out. Tristana's just taking so much damage, and so is Anami. Wow!
They gotta run. They gotta run.
Oh
my gosh!
That's really bad.
Is not good.
That Corki. I mean, with wow, Zerval. All right.
Oh my god. Is.
I mean, we're seeing the matchup here with the Corki mid-game power spike. You know, he does so much damage mid-game, and his ults, those like ults just are
and then
so much poke.
Xerath ult, that glove, that is some scary stuff. I think they're going to push the bot lane real hard. What is the latest?
Okay. Yeah, jump to live. So you have the arrow.
Yeah,
I've
jumped. So I'm at 13,
Okay.
12. 13, 13. Yeah, turret fell. That's a shame. But I think hopefully Gnar will be able to make this up in top lane because red top turret rather, is almost down. So
Yeah, I mean, that was... I don't know what happened in the bot lane, because the thing is, Flamzy was in there, so they had the UCL jungler was there first, before Jarvan even arrived on the scene, but he just took so much damage from the Corki.
It's crazy. Corki is, like, scaling like mad.
Yeah, I mean, this is where his power spike comes in. He's got a Trinity Force versus Tristana's BF sword.
I think
he is so strong.
Yeah. Well, that early lack of synergy is what's really hurting them right now. They're going to have to make it up in the other two lanes, or they're going to have a lot of teamwork come in to the picture.
Yeah, and the champ's power spikes in itself, you know, Tristana, she really gets her power in the late game after she's got her items. And they're playing a bit too aggressive in the bot lane against this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're playing just too aggressive in the bot lane.
I think Lee Sin might be coming in up top. It's possible.
Yeah, I mean, look at the ward control here. So they've got a ward in the tri-bush to protect Mundo, and then you have a pink in their own on their own red side, which means that look at the bottom as well.
Leeds is taking another dragon, by the way, but yeah, they've got seriously good war control.
And the thing is that UCL can see this. They've got blue wards in there, but they can't do anything about it.
Which is a shame.
They're so weak right now.
Top lane turret has been destroyed. And he's going after the Mundo. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, but he's not doing enough damage on the Mundo, which is a shame.
You see, if you look at Mars items, he hasn't finished off the Trinity Force yet, and he's got the Negatron cloak early for defensive. Defense.
I think he honestly should have gone a bit offensive first, because he would have been able to dish out some serious pain, which is what the team really needs right now.
I think
they need one really big damage dealer. It might be his standard build that he's making.
I'm guessing it was just his back timing, and he didn't have enough gold to finish off the Trinity Force. But you can see Lee Sin coming through the lane to hide in the bush. So
oh dear! Thresh and Corki are hiding in mid. I'm scared that something might happen to Zed soon.
Yeah, I mean he's backing, so it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah.
I ended up with them wasting their time. And the same thing with Lee Sin here. He's moved into the bush, but the lane is pushing
Oh, no, no, no,
against
no,
them.
no, no. Thresh, Corki, Jarvan are on the tail of Nami. Nami's been hooked. Oh my god, Tristana. Tristana was in Cataclysm. Jumps out of the Cataclysm. Okay. That's 1 kill down, but at this... How much gold do you think Nami's worth at this point?
Yeah, but I mean, the gold still went to Corki. We've got a 401 Corki who's about 30 CS ahead of the Tristana.
Is not good
really
at all. I
bad.
think they're going to be... They might take a second turret, depending on how tanky Thresh and J4 are.
This, I mean,
On the
I don't
other
know.
hand, Mundo in top lane is not dead again. God damn it. So annoying. But...
This Corki is just out of control right now. It's so hard to stop him, especially this is his power. This is when Corki really shines here in the mid game. This is when he gets so powerful. And
It's
his poke is-
crazy.
yeah, what he does is he's got the mixed damage between AD and magic and AP, which means that at this point when no one has any items, it's just really hard to build against a Corki, especially one that's this fed.
Yeah. The thing is, I think they're protecting their bot lane more. Just the two of them is not enough. They need
Yeah,
to...
they just blue side need to play really safe right now, just overall, because now that Corki is such a powerful spike, no one can really take them. I'm not even sure if they can win the team fights, so they should just
I think
play it. Sorry?
it might be a little better once Gnar comes in. He managed to get his Triforce. I don't know what he's making with that Negatron cloak. Hopefully it's something good. Okay, in mid lane. Corki's in mid lane. Zed is in mid lane. Xerath is in mid
But
lane.
the collapse by Thresh as well.
Oh my god, Thresh is there. They're gonna take the
Okay.
turret. They've taken the mid turret. Things are not looking too good for UCL.
Yeah.
Come on, guys, we believe in you.
And look at the gold. It's 4 point purple side of
4K
4K
difference.
up right now. Yep.
Jeez.
This is
Well, Tristana, what are you doing all alone by yourself? Don't do that. That's not smart.
I mean, and if you look at Tristana as well, she's 106 CS at 18 minutes, and she hasn't even completed the Infinity Edge yet. So
Why'd
this
she
is
go
looking
double
quite dire.
Doran?
I think it's just because of the early kills. She probably didn't have enough gold to get an item.
Oh wait, bot lane
Wow,
Flazy's going
flash
after
in.
Corki, but he dragon kicked him away. Oh jeez.
Yeah, so they traded flashes there.
Damn.
So it kind of works out, but it's a bit unfortunate they didn't get the kill.
Not real. Such a shame, but you know, what can you do? Corki's lying in wait in the bush. I don't know if he wants to just jump out again. 'Cause
Bot
he's a
lane are
jerk
playing
like
too
that.
aggressive again because they're just so far behind. They need to play it way safer than this.
Yeah.
At the same time, they do have a good ward control in their in their red side jungle.
Mm.
So, I mean,
But
definitely reacting
Lee Sin
to
is
it.
definitely... Lee Sin needs to hover around them. He needs to go babysit, is what he needs to do.
I mean,
because-
we're seeing the opposite on the top side, which is that Gnar is pushing in against the Mundo so well. And
Gnar is working so hard. Wait, Xerath's in... It's Xerath and Mundo versus Zed and Gnar. This does not seem to be working out so well for the Zed.
Zed is taking so much damage
Zed
from the
needs to
Berserker.
run. Oh my god, he's getting caught out
Wow.
by Xerath. Oh, nice
Yeah, but he might be able to
stun,
turn it
nice
around.
Stun.
Nice!
Nicely. No, my god. Xerath Zonya'd at the last Purple Champion slain. Well done.
It
Xerath
was
is
just a
gone,
little
but
bit too
Gnar
early.
is down.
Yeah, I think the Zero just couldn't survive that there. The
Yeah.
Zed ult getting him in the
But
last
they were
minute
too
after
low,
the...
and J4 came in,
Oh,
Thresh came in.
and-
Tristana down as well. But Lee Sin's coming
Yeah.
behind Corki. Hopefully he can help. I'm just scared. Yeah,
Corki has
Nami's
just
down.
gone-
Come on, come on, Lee. And he's taking...
This
He took Corki
is-
down. Lee Sin's taking Corki down. At least that's
This
something.
is really bad. So they had a 2v1 in the bot lane. It was Tristana plus Nami versus the Corki. But this Corki is 6-1-1 now, and before he was
I don't
4
think they could have done anything. I told you, Nami's a really bad duelist. As soon as Tristana came down, Nami was almost definitely down. I think she should have tried bubbling a bit, just a little bit behind her, because Corki was obviously moving
they
towards
shouldn't have
her,
even
but-
tried the fight. This is a really fed Corki in the mid game when this is her most powerful point. Versus a really far behind Triss, there's no way they're gonna out damage it.
Not a good
Corki.
idea, but at the same time, I think Lee Sin might be able to push that bottom turret.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
at best
at
it'll
least
only be a
something.
trade since unfortunately they got the purple side got the red top.
Oh, he's not
sorry, they
pushing.
got the blue.
Where is he going? Lee, where in the world are you? He's headed to Dragon, but there's 3 from Leeds at Dragon. I don't know if he's gonna try and steal it. No, 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 no.
Yeah, so I think UCL just should try and trade objectives and do something else because they just can't win a team fight. They should
I
push
think
the
they ought
top
to
lane
be
and try and get
pushing
something
mid.
out of
At the
it.
very least, while they're distracted with Dragon, take a turret.
Yeah, yeah. Oh.
Oh,
Decent, so
Lee
they were...
tried to steal, but Thresh is low.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to try anything. There's 5 of the team.
Oh.
Nice bubble
Jarvan
by
flashed
Nami.
in for the
Nice
Zed as well.
try. Zed flashes out of the Cataclysm. And...
Ooh.
Oh, Thresh misses his hook. Thank God for that.
Yep.
Okay.
They played...
Nice bubble on Corki. It's a shame that there was no follow-up.
I'm not sure.
Finally, we see a Nami ulti, but it's too late and she's down.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Nami was thinking there. That was a really bad decision to try and
I'm
go
not
solo.
sure. I think this Nami... I'm not actually sure what's going on with this Nami, son.
Yeah, so I mean...
She needs to stick with the team more often. She needs to be a bit... She and or he, I have no idea who they are, needs to be a bit more proactive with those bubbles. And where's the E? That might actually help in the battles. Giving Tristana at least a little bit more firepower would probably be really, really helpful. But then again,
it's a classic case of tilt here, isn't it? So
Yeah.
UCL really need to play safe, especially the bot lane. Look at the scores. It's 0-3-1 on the Tristana and 0-5-1 on the Nami. They're so far behind. They should just turtle out, play as safe as possible. You know, not give away any more kills and try and get to late game, which is where Tristana gets really strong.
Yeah, but as long as... Well, I think they just need to shut Corki down for a bit so they can get him out of the way and focus.
Yeah, it's going to be so hard to shut down this Corki.
They need to shut down Corki and they
the...
need to shut down Serath. But I think once they have Gnar properly in those team fights, because it's been 4v5 so far. And they haven't had proper... Yeah?
Truthfully speaking, with with Purple Side 7k up in gold right now at 22 minutes, it's going to be really hard to come back.
It is going to be
have to play so safe.
Yeah, but if anyone can do it, it's these guys. Come on, we got to have a little faith. A little bit of faith. Just a little.
Yeah, and I mean, look at the Zed. He got the Bork with the Brutalizer, and also the Hex Drinker. So even if he tries to do the Zed solo push, he couldn't take on Corki. He could potentially take out Mundo, but even Mundo's got the Randuin's plus Sunfire, so it's going to be really hard for him to do the solo push.
It's going to be real hard on everybody. We got 3 from Leeds. Where are they heading? Are they heading for Baron?
Yeah. No, they're collapsing on the Gnar right now because they blue side have no ward coverage in their own jungle. So
Nami's coming up to help support. If she lands a good ult, she'll probably be able to save him. Ult, woman, ult! Okay,
wow.
no, ult, there we go, there's that ult. There's a life-saving ult. That ult is a lifesaver if landed right. There we go.
That was, they, side burned a lot on that, trying to kill the Nami, but they didn't get it.
Saved by the bell, I told you. That ult is a lifesaver. It's knock-up. It's push
okay,
back.
so Nara's
nice
teleporting up
in
top.
front of the turret, unfortunately.
They're defending the top side turret, but this whole time Zed has been split pushing up top, and he's nearly taken up top.
Nicely done, Zed. Good job, son.
Yeah.
Come on, come on. Just one more. Run, Zed, run. Run like the devil's on your back. That was a very good split push. I'm very proud of him. Nobody died on our side as well, so I think they just need someone split pushing.
Yeah, it was just getting a little bit too eager for the kill there from Purple side.
Definitely. They're starting to get cocky.
Yeah, they committed 5 people up top. It was a 5 versus 4, but they couldn't take the tower. So in the end, they had to send Mundo back to answer the Zed split push, but he wasn't able to get back in time.
Way too late. Zed's a bit too fast for him, anyways.
Yeah, and this is exactly what UCL needs to do. They need to play to their strengths. You know, go with the Zed split push. You know, turtle out into the late game where they actually can start fighting back against this team, which is like such a fed purple team.
And just be patient.
Yeah, exactly. Just play safe and be patient.
Which hopefully I think they're gonna do. What's going on?
Yeah, and I mean, if we talk about the purple side for a second here, they need to really start pushing their advantage and you know, take advantage of this early game lead that they've had. Once they move past the end game, they've got this strong Mundo, but that's really past Corki's like prime, you know, past the strongest stage.
I think the
So
problem is these guys are a bunch of sadists. They like going for kills and just kills. Look at them.
yeah, and maybe a little bit of not being able to close out games as well.
Yeah. Which is, I think, a big problem with any team. Oh, okay, Tristana nearly got caught out by Corki. 3 of them in mid. Thresh, Corki, and Xerath.
Yeah, and look at this. Look at this Corki. He's got the Infinity Edge plus Trinity Force already.
That's some crazy stuff. That is some insane damage.
Yeah, this is a really strong Corki right now.
It is really strong.
But
Oh my god, what is Nami building? She hasn't finished a build. She hasn't finished an item yet.
Yeah, so they're so
Honey,
far
what's
behind.
going on
It's
with
not
you?
too surprising.
And again, she's
But-
0-5-1. I can't really blame her. She doesn't have the goal.
At the same time, you know, Purple side they haven't been grouping up as a 5, even though they're so strong right now.
Well,
as a
technically
team.
speaking, the top lane group up was group up as a 5. But I think they are so confident in their abilities that they're willing to just go around in 2s and 3s. And to be fair, it would be hard to attack them even in 2s or 3s. That's how strong their team is at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're able to stand toe to toe, but they're not taking objectives, right? So they made a really big push earlier in the game, you know, around 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh no, they're taking
But-
Dragon right now. But I don't think
Yeah.
they realize that these guys can push. They can actually push.
I mean, this is the right decision. UCL pushing up the mid and top lane, so they're gonna try and trade objectives here. What they
Oh.
positioned.
Oh, okay. Oh, no. The Xerath ulti just came out, and Nami used her ulti to ward them away. Good show. She didn't hit anybody, but scared them off long enough for no one to get hurt.
Yeah, and now Purple side are rotating up to collapse on the Gnar. They're gonna try and take out this Gnar, and I don't think he's gonna get away.
Which is a shame. But
So
Gnar got-
this was a really good rotation here from Purple side, where they kind of UCL was trying to push mid and top to try and get answer 2 towers for the dragon, but they
But
weren't
I
able
think
to push mid
UCL's trying
fast
to
enough.
out-rotate them. Look at Tristana. She's trying to push mid.
Yeah.
But too late.
They tried
And-
to answer for the kill up top and dragon, but they're not able to.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Nars had it pretty good for a while.
Yeah,
but that
this
Corki
is
is
just
scary. 8-1-2. 8-1-2.
this was just yeah, and even the wave pushing up top, there's this massive wave pushing up on the on the bottom tower on Purple side, but it's not able to get into the tower. So Mundo's able to get all of the farm.
Which is a shame. Unless they've got Zed or someone else following up on that. Corki's heading
Yeah,
back.
it was just UCL getting out rotated there. They weren't. Purple side took out the dragon really quickly. They were able to answer at mid, you know, collapse back mid and push UCL away, and then they went back top to take out the Gnar.
But I think they might be able to take mid. Will they be able to take mid? No, they won't. Xerath is back, Corki's in mid as well, and all of the minions are gone.
Yeah, so
Not
what you
in-
saw from Purple side there was a really good decision making. They staggered their retreats, they staggered the backs so that they still had Xerath and Corki at mid to defend the turret. And it meant that half the team were able to go back, and then they keep the turret as well. And now the rest of the team go back.
Is
as well.
back, and then they can just
Yeah.
wreck, which is very smart decision making. I know it's not nice to compliment your enemies, but well done, guys.
And look at the Baron wall control as well. I mean, they've got 3 pinks around the Baron area. You can see that Purple side are getting ready to take out this Baron as well and start the Baron dance.
Yeah, I think they might do it. They're taking out wards and J4's not going in because Mundo didn't follow in, Thresh didn't follow in. So like, screw it, I'm not going in by myself. That's suicide.
Yeah, so I think UCL they're making the right decision here because if they go into the 5v5 for Baron, they're not gonna win the team fight. They're so far behind right now, 7k behind at 30 minutes. They're not gonna win the team fight against this super fed core.
Oh, pause. Did Tristana DC?
Oh.
Ooh, that would be
Potentially.
bad. That would be
But
bad.
I mean, what you're seeing here is a really good decision because earlier Mundo used teleport to get up to the top lane to answer the push by Gnar, which means that right now Gnar has the teleport advantage, which is why he's using it to push the lane. It means
Very
that
clever.
yeah, because Purple need to send someone to answer that, or they need to make a push somewhere else to either take the Baron or one of the top or mid turrets. But if they send the Mundo back, Gnar has the tele-TP advantage to go to Baron.
Mm. Okay, game is
So-
unpaused. Is stuff happening? Oh, J4 just came in on Zed, Cataclysm on Tristana, and said, Nami using her ulti to ward everybody away. She doesn't really hit people. She mostly uses it to tell them to back the fuck off. Which is fine.
Yeah, so UCL successfully disengaged there.
Well done.
Yeah,
But
the job.
they're coming in. They're trying to come in on the turret, I think. They're trying to come in on an interior turret.
Yeah, UCL just need to turtle this out and try and defend. It's gonna be hard. This Corki poke is so immense.
It's crazy.
And look at
I
Corki's
always
got
make
red
fun
buff
of
as well.
Quirky, but then I remember that he is actually a massive pain if you don't
Yeah.
deal with him early on.
And now they're moving in to clear out the jungle. The thing is that the
Oh,
minion.
no. J4 came in, but J4 just got...
Wow, the flash by Jarvan.
Oh, that was close. Oh my goodness.
Okay,
Xerath
right.
ulti
was
coming
a-
in.
that was
Xerath
a really
nearly
nice-
killed Zed. Oh my god, Nas coming in. He tried to stun everybody.
Wow,
I think he
what
saved
a-
them.
what a-
Flamsy is almost down. Lisa is almost down, but he manages to ward jump. Holy!
That was an
Nice disengage,
amazing
well
ult
done.
by Mundo. Sorry, by Gnar there. That ult pretty much saved the team.
Okay, well done, guys. J4 is almost down. Corky is fairly low. Everyone took a bit of damage on that team, so they are backing off her now. That was a really
Yeah.
good play by Nar, and he didn't even die.
This was a really great disengage from blue team there. They were able to get out without any deaths, and top lane is pushing into the turret for purple side, which means that
Mundo has
they
to go
might
up and
potentially-
clear.
Yeah, and now that purple side have forced them back, this gives UCL the advantage to clear out the Baron, and actually they started the Baron.
I think they might be able to take Baron. Oh no!
This is
Thresh
really
is behind them.
dangerous.
This
Yeah,
is
this is
so
really
dangerous. It's not even.
They have to burn
funny.
out this Baron really fast.
Oh
They just need
my
to
goodness.
take out the Baron right now.
Blue team has taken
Wow.
Baron. Nar has the Baron.
Okay.
Nar
So
has
they
the
secure
Baron.
Baron
Lee
at
Sin has the
least.
Baron, and Nami has the Baron. I'm not sure what the Nami with Baron is gonna do, but it's something.
Yeah, so they trade Baron and 2 kills. Sorry, they trade 2 kills for Baron and 1 kill. Which is
Top
pretty...
turret is almost down on the purple side. It literally needs like one more hit. If someone
was
goes
a-
up and takes it right now.
Yeah,
But
it
yeah.
was a this was a really good decision by UCL. But getting the Baron, they're keeping themselves in the game. They have a small chance of staying in this now.
I think they can do it. I
oof.
think they can do it. Ooh, brutal. Corky's really low down. Mundo's really low down. J4 still has fair amount of health. I think the Gnar is what's really helping them at this point. Because you really can't anticipate when that Mega Gnar comes out. So they were not expecting that ulti.
Yeah, having said that, look at Gnar's build. He's got the Spirit Visage. He went for the MR first before the armor. Where really the strongest player right now, the strongest champ right now is Corki with his attack damage.
Well, I'm not sure how defensive Gnar's gonna go. These guys.
Yeah, I feel like he should have gone. The Gnar probably should have gone with some armor there instead.
Well,
since
he is
the
building
Corki
armor
is
now.
So
He's
strong.
got himself Warden's Mail. It might be a little too late for that now. Especially since Serath hurts. Serath hits like a truck, don't get me wrong. But Corky is a beast.
Yeah, it's an 8-1-2 Corki. So he's definitely the one dishing out the damage.
You gotta shut that dude down ASAP.
I mean, but and having said that, UCL are doing quite well. They've had this disadvantage for the past 20 minutes. They've gone to 34 minutes right now, and they still haven't. Yeah, they haven't let Purple Side take any more objectives even. They haven't gone into the inhibs yet. So, if they can keep turtling this out, that's their chance to stay in this game and get back into it.
Okay, what's going on now? Oh.
And I mean, like, taking off the Baron was so important. If they had lost that, that probably would
I
have been
think
game
that would have
over
been
right there.
endgame.
Yeah, for sure.
That
And
was
they still got
really
Baron for 3 members, which is why they're able to. Why Purple Side really can't take any objectives here. which is
I mean,
this
true.
is so good for them.
One of the members is support, but at least they got on Gnar, who is one of the big damage dealers, and one of the big, I think, problems for purple team. Because once purple team shuts Gnar down, they UCL loses a major tank and major damage dealer.
Something we didn't mention actually is that UCL have no AP champs. They have no champs that have like enough AP to do damage, so they go for an AD comp. And then look at Mundo. Mundo's got the Randuin, Sunfire Cape, and the Thornmail already.
Randuin, he's gonna be a major pain.
Yeah,
unless Nami starts building, I don't know, Rabadons. And starts really hurting
no
with
clue
him.
how UCL are going to kill this Mundo. He is so strong, especially
I think
against
they're
AD comp.
waiting on Gnar to just stun him and kill everybody else. Because look at him, he's not even going ahead of everyone else. They're letting Corki go out in front, and Corki doesn't care.
Yeah, it's true. This Mundo should really be at the
He
front
should
line.
be
He's-
tanking. I don't know what he's
Yeah.
been thinking, letting Corki wander off. I mean, sure,
This Mundo
Corki's
is so strong.
Oh, that's true. Well, early game he wasn't, but look at him now. Look at him now, ladies and gentlemen. He is frightening me.
You just saw Purple Side ping the top turret. This has been a problem throughout the game, which is that their control of the side lanes hasn't been very strong. Whenever they try to make a push, the top lane is pushing against them, and they haven't got a lane helping them out, which means that they're going to have to, if they take too long, if they stall out too much, they have to...
Oh, wait! Did he try to start something? They tried to start something! Corki is down! Thresh is down! Mega Gnar is up!
Nice.
Because of double kill on Cherith! Holy shit!
Wow, and that Gnar.
Oh my god, J4 just barely got out! Oh, come on!
This was the fight that UCL needed.
This is the fight they really needed. Look at that Gnar tanking like a beast! Tanking like a beast! Purple turret destroyed! I think they might... No, they're not gonna go... Are they going for a second turret? They're going for a second turret! I think they can take it!
Yeah,
And they're going for the J4 as well!
They've just taken out 3 of the members, taken out the Corki and the Zero.
And they've
which are the
taken
main
a
damage
turret for
dealers.
themselves! Well done!
Wow, what a comeback right there.
Oh
What
my
a
god!
comeback.
I don't even know how they managed that! How did they manage that? It was a good initiate with a Nami.
It was
a good
perfect engage from Flamsy. Flamsy on the Lee Sin, he got the Q onto the Corki, he folded up, flashed in and ulted, and then at the same time Zed ulted against the Corki, and he completely took him out straight away.
And nobody was able to react. When the Nami comes in, the Tristana comes in, everyone comes in, and it's like, yo!
Yeah, that was just such perfect team play there. Really amazing. And
Well done. This is the synergy they needed to build up. It's been 38 minutes, but this is their synergy. I think
and look
they
at the gold. It's 54k to 58k. At
They made that
38 minutes,
4K.
this really doesn't matter. The gold lead, like, once we get this late into the game, the gold means less and less as everyone gets into the 6-item builds. So that was just the perfect fight for UCL.
That was well done on UCL's part, but they might have been a bit caught out. Lee Sin is there in top lane. Gnar's there in top lane. I think they got caught out, but Gnar lands that ulti like a beast. Well done. He's going after Corki again. He can't take Corki. They took him down, but Flamsy's still alive. They managed to defend that turret. To be fair, I think they just got caught out at such a bad time.
I think it was really bad decision making.
It was really bad. They shouldn't have been alone. Those two should not have been alone.
The thing is that Lee Sin thought that they had the Mundo, and they didn't realize, because they don't have ward coverage in their jungle, that the rest of the team was collapsing down. So Lee Sin went in to get the ult into the Mundo and push him in, but then the rest of the team collapsed.
Which is a shame after that lovely fight, but there you go. Turrets are pretty even on both sides, which is amazing for UCL. Well done. Yeah, turrets.
Yeah, and I mean, look at if you think about the purple side decision making there. After they took out the Gnar, UCL have no tank now. They have no front line, which means that purple side had the advantage. They should have pushed and tried to take an objective just then. But
they took a turret. They managed to take one.
Yeah, I feel like they should have taken the inhib as well though, because they had, if you look at Gnar, he's just coming up right now, so they had about 30 to 40 seconds where they had a 5v4 and could have pushed for more objectives.
I think they were afraid because Tristana is starting to come into her late game. Maybe not as strong a late game as she would have liked, but she's definitely starting to come into that late game.
Yeah, yeah, they're definitely playing really passive, and personally I think a bit too passive.
Who, Leeds or UCL?
Leeds, yeah, purple side.
Mm. That's true. They're not really properly taking advantage of the
Yeah.
the lead that they've been given.
Yeah.
They're not living up to their name. Damn it, guys.
And if we look back to the lanes again, none of the side lanes are pushing for purple side, which means that if they try to push this mid lane, they're not going to have any lanes helping them out. In fact, the top lane is pushing towards them, and only the bottom lane is pushing out.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, if I was UCL, I would just go up a little bit and get rid of that top turret. It only needs one hit. I don't know if they'd manage a 4v5 though, which is probably what they're thinking. Like, we could split push, but it might be dangerous because look at the strength of these guys right now.
Yeah, I think they're doing the same strategy where they're trying to hold out in the 5v5 and just turtle us out further.
Until they manage a really good initiate.
Yeah, exactly. They're looking for that perfect initiation to get, like the last one, and get back into this game. Having said that, purple side have the bottom lane pushing for them, so they might rotate down there and take advantage of that.
I think that would be smart of them, because at least that means they're doing something with their lead rather than just holding the fort. They don't need to hold the fort. There's no fort to hold. Despite the fact that they're low on turrets, they are still a little bit stronger than UCL. Purple team's taken the dragon, but at this point, I don't think they really need that gold.
Yeah, so the gold, I mean, it helps, but it's not going to be a massive difference. And you see Mundo's moving up. In the end, they had to send Mundo up to clear up the wave. The same with the Gnar, and basically UCL successfully stalled out again.
Well done on them. I wonder if
and
Gnar would be able to split push this out. No, Gnar's heading back. They're all heading back. No, it's just Corki and J4, and they're bringing in Xerath and... Yeah, they're bringing in Xerath and Thresh to hold the mid lane. What are they doing?
So, I mean, if you look at the bot lane there, it was really intelligent what the Gnar was doing. He said he didn't block the whole wave. He left one of the minions for the rest of the wave to take out, and it means that this bot lane wave is now stacking. And that's going to make sure that the bot lane pushes for UCL again.
But I think they need to start doing that on top. Yeah?
Yeah, and this is exactly what's been keeping UCL in the game. Because every time, whichever lane the Gnar goes to, he leaves it so that it pushes for them against the red side, which is stopping the stopping the purple side from pushing out every time they want to try and take an objective.
Oh no, I think there's gonna be a big fight in mid. There is a big fight in mid. Unfortunately, Lee Sin got caught out, but he is making a cataclysm by J4. Lee Sin is now down, but Xerath is now down. And unfortunately, they took out Mega Gnar. That was way too close for comfort. I think people might go down. Yeah, Tristana is down. Nami is still up. Zed is still up. But just barely.
That was a really bad fight for UCL.
That was a really bad fight. I think because Lee Sin was trying to take them down, but they noticed, they turned, they took him out. So they're taking an inner turret. I think they're going to take an inhib. Nami trying her best to defend, but Nami's not exactly the best of defenders. And they've taken an inhib. Leeds has taken the first inhib.
Yeah, it was. UCL tried to make the same kind of engage. You saw the Lee Sin land a Q on the Corki, and he followed up, tried to get the flash ult with the Zed ulti, but Corki was able to get away this time. And if they can't take out the ADC, they're not going to win the fight.
They're taking Baron. Leeds is taking Baron right now.
Yeah, and this is going to be really hard.
Nami and Zed are trying to come in after them, but that's not particularly smart, ladies and gentlemen. Nami is down now. Zed is just not going to push his chances. He knows.
This. Wow,
Ooh,
that was a bad
that
decision.
Was bad.
Just keep going in with the Nami there.
Yeah. I mean, if she managed to go in and actually hit the Baron first.
Yeah.
I don't blame her. This is a pretty intense situation. And as I said before, Nami is not a good duelist. You get her in there, and even in like a team fight, if she's cornered by anyone, her chances of surviving are almost nil unless she flashes out or she knows a teammate's there.
That was just I mean, they had a 2v4 there. There was really such a low percentage of actually being able to store that burn.
I think they
So,
might as well have pushed something up
yeah,
rather than go for Baron.
yeah. So UCL need to just keep stalling this out again.
Especially
I mean,
with the Baron. This is
yeah, and we're at 45 minutes, so this gold lead is less and less important. If they can just stall this out, make sure that they can protect the rest of their inhibs, they still have a chance of staying in this game.
Yeah.
Oh, just hold on 1 second.
Sure. Okay, let's see what's going on. In the meantime, while Dan is currently out of position, I will attempt to analyze as I get hype about things. Obviously, that's not going to go well. We've got people coming down in bot lane. We've got them coming down. They've gone down on Lee Sin. Oh, they gone down on Lee Sin. Went on Lee Sin. Lee Sin is down. Cataclysm, but Narg jumps out. Tristana jumps away. And they can't take anyone else. Gnar is just on the run. Gnar becomes Mega Gnar. Everyone's still on the run. What is going on, guys? What is going on is that we have a 5-man push from Leeds in bot lane. I think they're going to take the turret. Jarvan tries to go in. Jarvan can't. The Nami wave is not distracting anyone anymore. It's like a pleasant spring breeze. But, another inhibitor has been taken down, and this is not looking good for UCL. Oh, shit! You're gonna hear that a lot. Right now, I think that is pretty much the UCL reaction. It's like, oh shit, what can we do? They're taking a 3rd turret up top. Leeds is taking a 3rd turret. It's a 5-man push from them. Jarvan might go in. Jarvan's not gonna go in, but UCL is definitely on the defensive. They've taken all 3. Dude!
Oh.
All 3 agents have been taken. It was some intense stuff happening while you were away. Zed
Okay,
trying
sorry,
to
my
defend.
client
Zed
was
is
messing up.
dead. Nami and... Well, pretty much everyone running. Xerath is getting terrifying. Didn't manage to kill Nami. And... Game is over. UCL White has surrendered. Well played by them.
GG.
They managed to stall out, but by the time that Leeds got their Baron, I think it was almost entirely sure that they couldn't take it. Especially with that 5-man push close to the end. Taking all 3, well, 2 inhibs at the same time.
Yeah, just that last team fight, you know, when they tried to go for the same thing. They're a little bit impatient, trying to get the same engaged. Didn't work out, and completely lost it from there.
Well played to both teams. I think.
And if you have a look at the stats as well, so the Corki did 41,000 damage to Champ versus the Zed's 20,000. So the Corki pretty much doubled any of the top damage dealers for blue side.
But it was a nice game by both teams, you have to admit. I was very impressed by UCL during the mid-late game. The way they managed to stall out. Well done, you guys. Well done to Leeds. And I'll see you in the next game, unless we have other people coming in.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned because we've got 2 more games tonight.
Wait, hello?
Hello.
Hello, guys. Bye.
So we have a new commentator today. Who's that?
Hi there. It's Hamid here.
Yep. And this is still Daniel, and we're still looking at a white game. So we're watching UCL White versus Huddersfield White.
Versus who, sorry?
Huddersfield.
Huddersfield,
White.
right, okay.
Yeah.
So, same team coming out from the one that just played. So they're going straight into their second round of the day.
Yeah, and we're seeing Kahan on one of his main champs, TF, versus the Zed last game. So that should be a bit of an improvement at least.
Yes, I know he is a little bit more tried and tested on his character. He's a bit more of a comfort pick, so I feel slightly more natural playing ranged champions as well. And he will be up against the Lissandra from Huddersfield.
That's quite an interesting pick. I'm wondering how strong this Lissandra is going to be.
I think Lissandra will be one of the big plays in this one. We do also see Oka. I'm going to have a struggle with this one. Okazaki Tomoya.
Yeah.
That's the one. And from the Na in the last game, he did switch over to what his opponent played, and he is on the Mundo for this one.
Yep, versus the Maokai. And Mundo's a pretty interesting champ, because 2 weeks ago, Okazaki Tomoya was so beastly on the Mundo.
Right.
Do you remember the games that he carried? Like, he played the it was the 3 or 4 qualifying matches to get into 9th seed for
I
this
was
week.
told about the games, but I didn't actually watch them. But this gives me a chance to see it in action.
Yeah, it was just absolutely beastly. I mean, he pretty much solo carried with the Mundo in 3
Right,
games.
okay. So we're seeing, once again, hopefully that can be a possibility for UCL, but again, in the top lane, it is that tank on tank. Both do have the opportunities to teleport down, yet Maokai does have the interrupt for Mundo, whereas I don't believe Mundo has a way of stopping Maokai's teleport.
Yeah, that's true. So
So
it's definitely going to have to be the Mundo answering and teleport rather than teleporting first.
definitely. In the mid lane, we do see, there we go, back in game. So in the mid lane, we do see the TF versus Lissandra, both ranged, probably go down to slightly more of a skill matchup, and most likely to where the junglers decide to gank. Any early game pressure, I think, will be a big push in that lane. On the bot side as well, we do see the Corki Thresh being swapped over, taken by the UCL White, clearly seeing its dominance, and even deciding to go the same skin for Corki.
Yeah, so definitely, this time UCL White should have a stronger mid game with that Corki and the Thresh.
Definitely. We do see 2 wards being potentially cleared out here. Do manage to get both wards, and this will be a big gain for UCL here. A lot more ward coverage down the bottom side. Both 5 members on both teams go for this bot brush.
Wow, and both of the teams are all in this bot side jungle river.
Yeah.
So
we do see a slight more rotation back. Mundo is heading to the top lane, wards up topside river, and as does Maokai, go for the slightly more standard lane picks. And if you have a think about the bot lane here, so although Corki Thresh, one of the most aggressive early games, especially as soon as Corki gets that big burst from Triforce, gets that power spike, Thresh being able to land those strong hooks, they are up against quite a tanky bot lane in the form of Braum Graves.
yeah, I'm quite interested by this Graves because quite often he's viewed as the kind of, weak illusion basically. They have the same kit, they do the same things, but Graves just doesn't have that, versatility and the damage.
That's true. Graves is slightly less picked so much recently, at least in the games that I've seen and casted. And yeah, as you said, Lucian has seen essentially as a better in slot, so we would like to see where this Graves is going to be used. Maybe for that big burst, potentially going for picks on TF.
I mean, you've got both bot lanes leashing for the junglers again.
Yes. Both would be able to go back. Jungle gets a big bit of help early. Both end up in lane at around about the same time.
Nothing special so far. Although
no, we do see
purple bot lane do get there a little bit earlier.
Yes, very slightly. Might be able to hit 2 earlier. Do see a lot of aggression coming out from Graves. Is clearing the minions as soon as possible and going for a little bit of a push. The Thresh does manage to get the pick off into Graves. A lot of damage coming down into Graves, especially from the Corki. And despite a lot of damage coming down into Graves, Purple team does seem to even it up quite well and trades pretty evenly.
They do have to be careful now that the purple side have the level 2 first.
Definitely.
So they're playing a little bit passive here.
Braum is getting, I believe it's the Q, but I'm not 100%. The big shard of ice does manage to hit it down to Corki. A little bit of poke coming out.
Yeah, and if we look at the top lane, Jarvan's coming in for the gank here, but
we do see Jarvan coming in.
Flash.
Maokai doesn't actually see. Oh, I think he might be slightly ahead of me. Yes, he does indeed burn the flash. I can confirm.
Wow.
This.
That was a really nice gank, but Lee Sin's coming in at a mid, and okay.
You see TF is pretty far back, might be able to get himself out of that. Lee Sin comes down, a little bit of damage.
Lee Sin came in just a little bit too late there.
Does manage to land the Q, potentially going in for the dive. As we do know, Lee Sin's love to land Qs and love to go in.
That was I mean, it was a good gank top there with the Jarvan. He managed to burn the flash. Lee Sin tries to answer mid, but he wasn't able to get anything from it.
No. And we do see TF going something I love to see TF play, and that's Ghost Flash.
Oh yeah.
That's my personal
Um,
favorite on summoner spells for TF as well. It does give him that opportunity to run to pop the ghost early, especially either before or immediately after he ults into a certain lane, be able to chase down anyone with that gold card.
Yeah, and Jarvan's moving in from the top bush, but he doesn't know that it's been warded, so he's been seen, and Lee Sin's actually
Yes,
coming
Lee
in
Sin
to
is
catch
coming
him.
around the side. I think at this level, Lee Sin will be able to do slightly better than Jarvan. Is sitting around, does get for a lot of damage coming out into Jarvan. Jarvan will be able to eke you out of there.
Wow. That was a really good getaway. He didn't even flash.
Definitely. And you've got to say props to Kahan there as well. Did have that gold card and he instantly prepped to see for the chase.
Yeah, really good. I mean, I have to feel like it was somewhat poorly executed by Purple Side there, because you saw
Slightly.
them waiting. They were in perfect position.
Yes.
Catch him out there.
I think, I don't think Jarvan could have slipped away out the bottom. I think they potentially thought Jarvan might have gone for the recall, so maybe give it a little bit more time.
And actually, Lissandra had the flash and ignite there, so it's very
Yes,
likely she
that's
could have
true.
got a kill.
Could have gone on the aggressive. I think Huddersfield are playing slightly safer in this one, opting to go for the more secure kills.
Yeah, and if you look at the bot lane, Corki is at a quarter HP. He's taking
I was just
so
about
much
to say,
damage.
and Corki even lower now, Braum's dived in. So we do see a lot of damage coming down onto him, and he might need to play very careful, especially as Graves is nearing the level 6, might be able to get the big burst coming out.
Yeah, but
You see Jarvan around the side though, potentially getting Lantern in.
yeah,
And we'll just walk into lane, show a bit of presence.
they can't get anything from that. Look at both Corki and Fresh are at quarter HP.
Yeah,
Jarvan
I think-
wanted to try and get ganked, but they're just so
I
low.
think, I think Jarvan's just sticking around to hold lane, make sure bot pillar and purple side don't go for any big push on the turret.
Mm. And it's,
But even
again, it's
so-
so unfortunate that UCL might have to use a substitute support here.
Yes,
Because
that's
he can-
true.
It's clearly having such an effect on their game.
Definitely, you can see the synergy not as strong. A lot of damage comes down onto Jarvan, does get stunned up, will be able to back away. But yeah, as you said, you can tell the synergy is clearly not as impressive as we did see in the last previous games. Unsurprisingly, as they have practiced slightly less than with the main roster.
Yeah, and it's costing them so much. I mean, already they're 400 gold behind on CS alone.
Definitely.
And yeah, look at the Corki. It's 34 to 48 against the Graves, which is not something you usually see.
Moving her around the nameplate so I can see the exact differences. But as you said, yeah, the 34 to around about 40, 51 even, sorry, from Graves. And yeah, this will be allow Graves, as soon as he backs, which is quite soon, I would imagine, if not now, yeah, we will be able to get that big power spike. He does have 1.5, so going for that early BF sword, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, so item-wise, they're still doing okay. Corki managed to get the Sheen versus the BF sword, but I'm just worried about what's going to happen in the mid game. You know,
Yeah.
if this lead keeps getting wider for
Yeah,
Purple
as you
side.
can see, the only main differences here do come into bot lane. So a little
Oh,
bit
look
down
at the
coming
top
down in
lane.
top lane.
TF's
We
just
do see
teleported
TF
in.
does manage to teleport in. This might be the kill on Maokai. We do see he does get into the brush, but the gold card still hits. A lot of damage coming down to the Maokai, and if not, I believe this will be a dead Maokai as he doesn't have flash available. First blood picked up by Mundo.
Yeah, and they timed that so perfectly. So they made use of the blood flash earlier, and you can see Maokai's flash is just about to come back up.
Yeah. And I will say that was well timed from UCL, but in response, Huddersfield doing a very well objective push here. They do see the TF pushed up, and as Lissandra moves down, they do manage to take the dragon.
Yeah. So they trade objectives. The objective for the kill there, and the gold is actually quite even now, 10.5 to 10.5k.
The gold is near even, and I would say definitely excellent response coming out there from Huddersfield. So
Yeah,
both
and it's
top lanes.
If you
Yeah,
look at
as
the
I said,
CS numbers as well and the gold as well, it's definitely that first blood gold going to the Mundo there. He's 400 gold up on the Maokai, and the rest of the board is quite even.
Definitely, and the Mundo does have near enough to around about 5 or 6 CS ahead. Is going for that slightly tankier early game, so he does get that Spectral Cowl to ward off a little bit of the damage for the Maokai, whereas Maokai is most likely going for the Rod of Ages. A little bit of damage coming out from Graves. Graves will take a bit of poke. We'll be able to get out of that. And
Yeah,
just to
and Jarvan's
reiterate
co-
what we were... Yeah.
So yeah, go on.
Yeah, sorry, just to reiterate what we were saying, actually, a lot of damage coming out to Corki. Corki is stunned. Oh, that was Corki going AFK just when Brawl managed to land the Q. And I think most likely this will be a dead Corki when he comes back. But yeah, just to reiterate what we were saying earlier, I think this Corki Thresh, which they predicted would have a really big impact, specifically in the beginning part of the game, hasn't been as successful given the tankiness and more anything burst coming out from Graves' Brawl.
Yeah, and you just saw there, I don't know if you saw, but the game got paused just one moment. So Corki's health is now spiked down to like pretty much 1 or
Yes,
2%.
I'm looking at the Corki right now.
Yeah, he's pretty much dead.
He will go down. I mean, it's unsurprising given he did AFK. I think he looked fine for a little bit. I actually missed it, but I believe Braum and Graves managed to get a big amount of burst damage coming down.
Yeah, I mean, and even if they didn't unpause, I think Corki was pretty much dead there.
Definitely.
He was so low.
Do see interesting chat coming out from both sides. But yeah, just having a look at the items as well, we do see very similar items coming out from both junglers. Both most likely going for the Elder Lizard start, going for that early game aggression. Also a very efficient item. But haven't been able to make as much of an impact as they'd like.
Yeah, and actually, if we look at the Thresh as well, he's gone with the Nomad's Medallion instead of the Targon, instead of the Relic Shield, which is pretty interesting, because the Relic Shield generally gives you a little bit more gold.
Oh really? Right, okay, so I'm not too familiar with the support items. I do know I've seen Crepo quite often building either Targons or Tagrons, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, but the slightly tankier one on Thresh. With it doesn't give you the opportunity to execute after all, because Thresh isn't technically melee, but I would say more the common choice.
It's definitely harder to execute, but because if you can use those executes on the cannon minion, it just gives you so much gold. It generates ridiculous amounts.
And I would say that coming up from the side of I believe it's Lulu Mainunu. Yeah, so I can see that potentially going in for the talisman, maybe to be able to get picks off, allowing the Mundo to run in, and the Thresh himself to run in to be able to get hooks.
Yeah.
Play will be resumed now. And if anything, I would be very surprised to see if Corki managed to get out of this one. He does have heal and flash away, but I think this will come down to a matter of seconds. Oh, he does manage to heal himself up and flash away, so he does get away.
He actually survives, that's crazy.
Yeah. I think probably the slightly fairer option there, given he did go down, most likely due to a DC.
Oh, but the Jarvan gank. I think that might have been the wrong person to.
Oh, we do see Jarvan coming in, and Jarvan does good dive straight onto the Braum. Braum will be able to get out of that. He does have red buff, taking away.
It was I think a little bit of the wrong decision to Cataclysm the Braum who can jump out.
Definitely. And Jarvan does actually, he's going back in, both exhaust pop, and again, both teams will manage to walk away. Lee Sin is coming down for the gank though.
Yeah.
I don't see him be able to capitalize on this, most likely just pushing off blue side.
Yeah. In the end, it doesn't work out for UCL because they had the Jarvan in first there, so they had a 3v versus 2 for a minute, and they just didn't gank successfully.
I think they couldn't capitalize off the fact that Corki was quite low, was a bit afraid of going in.
Yeah.
Whereas Graves, obviously, about half health, does have heal and ghost up, so does have heal and flash even, so slightly more potential to go on the aggressive. Still has his ult available.
Having said that, Corki was able to stay in lane, so he's not falling behind on CS too far. He'll be able to take up these. Okay, so he missed that one.
But definitely sticking around for the experience. That Doran's giving him a little bit more lifesteal, the ability to stay up.
And if we go to the mid lane, Lee Sin's getting ready for the gank at mid here, and Khan has no wards. He doesn't see this coming. Yeah.
Lee Sin does have that red buff as well. We'll be able to walk straight into the Lee Sin.
Oh,
slightly dodge the Q, and we'll be able to walk himself out.
Yeah.
Gonna afford it, as I believe I might be slightly behind, and now caught up to date. So having a look at the mid lane items, very, very similar items. We do see double Dorans coming out from Lissandra. A little bit more early game health, potentially walling up the Jarvan ganks.
TF is looking for the gank.
Oh, TF is going up for the gank away. Malachi does get a very early flash. I think we'll be able to land the gold card. Cleavers are consistently going on, and most likely this will lead to a dead Malachi. That being said, a lot of damage coming out to the Mundo, and he does go down. Mundo giving over the kill to Kahan.
Really nice there. I mean, you saw the TF ult coming up, and the moment it came up, he used it straight away. He's really making use of those cooldowns.
Definitely.
And making sure, you know, they get the kills.
Kahan using that ult off cooldown to be able to go for kills up on their top lane. But then again, you are seeing Huddersfield, just like in the last game, taking the dragon. Do go for the mid lane turret, and they will be able to take the outer turret down.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, they had a good successful trade there of objective for kills again.
Yeah, I would say definitely you instigating very good fights here, but in response, Huddersfield going for good objective control.
And Lee Sin is just waiting here in the bottom side jungle.
I think he knows there's a pink ward in there, so he's ideally waiting for someone to go and clear it out.
Yeah.
Neither Braum nor Graves in position to be able to do so. May go for the look on here. Be able to
Sandra's coming down
reset
as well. TF doesn't know that they're there, and TF doesn't know that he's being watched by a ward now. This is quite dangerous.
We do see both mid and jungle going down, potentially going for that dive. Not a cannon minion way for purple side, but again with the Braum, with the Lee Sin, might be able to go for the push here.
Yeah,
Lee Sin does go around the side. Corki dives straight
Oh.
into the. Corki does go down. Braum managed to get the stun up on him, and Braum will be able to stun up on Thresh. Graves, however, taking a lot of damage, will be able to walk out of that one.
Yeah, and TF is coming just a little bit too late here.
I'd say excellent gank there from Huddersfield.
Yeah, really nice. They positioned they called down Lissandra quite early on, and it doesn't look like it got pinged out. I mean, no one pinged out the missing mid for a while.
Yeah. I think also there, Lissandra managed to get the ult straight off onto Corki. Corki did a W away near instantly as he saw a bit of aggression from Graves and Braum, but going straight into Lissandra ult and Lee Sin kick.
Yeah, it was pretty much. I mean, they had nothing to do there. But
Yeah, and
I think also a little bit of a bad decision there by TF not to keep pushing the mid lane, because he walked
did.
halfway down to kind of.
and then decided
you know.
to go for the push as well. I think slightly
Yeah.
a little bit more nervous now. We do see excellent warding there coming down from Huddersfield, especially in the bot side. So TF slightly unsure as to where purple side also isn't going for that push.
Yeah, and TF's ult is back up again, so it'll be interesting to see what he uses that for.
Yeah.
I feel like he should really look for the bot lane gank, because if this keeps up, they're gonna fall back. They're gonna fall behind really bad.
Definitely, I agree with that. I think Mundo now at a good position does pick up the big build in Spirit Visage.
Yeah.
At a position and a level ahead to be able to bully Maokai. We do see Maokai quite deep, sitting under the turret. Does manage to get a little bit down. Trades aren't going too well for him at all.
And look at this discrepancy in the ADCs. Corki is 20 CS behind.
20, yeah.
And yeah, Graves has the Infinity Edge versus Corki's Sheen. This
Yeah.
is so bad for.
We do
the
see
Corki.
the build here. Lee Sin does manage to get the kick you want Jarvan. Yeah, but as you said, a very big build discrepancy coming out from. Oh, actually, Jarvan dives straight in for the Graves. Will be able to flash away. Corki in a little bit of trouble here. TF does manage to get their teleport down. Has got that gold card. Does get exhausted up. We see a lot of damage coming out from the purple side here. But Jarvan gets near annihilated. Lissandra diving straight into the Corki here. Does manage to pop the ult. And
Whoa, he
Thresh
catches
does
onto
manage to get
Lissandra
the
with the hook.
hook on.
Oh,
Was that
okay.
Corki? Sorry, I believe I missed that. Was
Yeah.
that Corki diving in, or most probably a Lee Sin kick?
Yeah, I do believe it's a Lee Sin kick. He has.
Yeah,
used his
I would
ult.
imagine so. But yeah, as excellent kick there from Lee Sin. Did pop his ult most likely to get behind. Thresh actually going a little bit on the offensive. Sees Lissandra's quite low.
And that was really unfortunate. I mean, I think Mundo's teleport got cancelled rather than him cancelling it.
Yeah,
he got
I believe
interrupted
so.
even. So
Trying to stop the dragon. Won't be able to do so. Kahan does go looking for a gold card, but he is very low on mana, and this will most likely be a dead threat. Kahan does manage to get the double kill, both mid and AD carry, and he is in a good position here in the fact that he's got a lot of mana now, does get the gold card, will be able to take down Braum. Big pick up there from mid lane.
Give him the Quadra.
Let's just do it. Oh wow, Flash very aggressive. Flash does get the Quadra.
Quadra kill for TF. That was
This
amazing.
will be very good for TF here. This will allow TF to big potential to pick up some big items. Go for that big map presence as well. He does have 1.7k sitting in the bank.
Yeah, and look at this TF, 5-0-1. That was so good.
This
so
is
good
Kahan
answer.
playing how he does on his good champions.
Yeah. And,
That's it in a
I mean,
nutshell.
they really needed that because they're 1k behind now and go. But that if they did not get that Quadra kill, that would have put them behind so far.
Definitely. Very well played there from Thresh as well. Does manage to get the line up for Kahan to be able to pick up 2 from 1 Q.
Yeah, and they're able to trade the bottom lane turret. They've got so much damage on this.
A lot of damage actually coming down onto bot lane Graves as well. Graves actually just getting picked up before he can take down the Jarford. We do see red buff taken away on Graves, taken away on Braum even.
Wow.
And
And
another
so-
double kill.
Another double kill for TF. This TF is so strong right now.
And this
He
has
is
actually
so strong.
swung the gold in favor of UCL.
Yeah. That was just a really bad decision to stay for that turret. I mean, it already went down. TF's ult was up, and they didn't have vision of the Jarvan.
Definitely. I think what they were doing was, with the turret down, potentially saw Kahan
if you
as
go
being
top
quite
lane.
low. A lot of damage
just
coming
put
down
the
to Maokai.
flash.
If he lands the cleaver, Maokai does manage to get away from the cleaver, but I think Mundo's going straight for the tower dive. Even being rooted up here under the turret, Mundo is very tanky and will be able to walk straight past this. Maokai is surviving for a long amount of time, but will go down to Mundo, straight for the 1v1.
Yeah, it was an interesting decision there to actually, you know, jump in on the Mundo and stun him.
Yeah,
I would have thought he'd keep trying to run away.
I think I probably would have done the same there because Mundo was getting quite low. Potentially didn't see the build-up items to the Randuins, and we do see Maokai does manage to back, and he does get the Rod of Ages. But then again, it is a 17-minute Rod of Ages.
Yeah, this is pretty bad for Mundo. And look at this. For Maokai. Look at his score. He's 0-3-0.
Yeah.
He has definitely been shut down.
Not being as impactful as he would have liked, especially with Kahan going for those early kills up in top lane.
He's teleported up, but Jarvan is there. They're ready for the gank straight away.
Yeah, I think this might be a little bit on the risky side. Does pick up the Rod of Ages. Does have upgraded boots now as well. Will be able to potentially get away from any ganks.
They are collapsing in mid, but they don't know that the bot lane are here as well. This could be really bad.
Yeah, we do see Kahan does actually get picked out of the big shutdown coming on from Lee Sin here, and also Jarvan getting picked up.
And they aren't able to get the Lissandra. Lissandra's on 100 HP right now. That was so
very
close.
low there. A lot of damage coming out to top lane actually. A bit of a tank brawl. And surprisingly enough, Maokai is on very good health. Does dive straight back in, going for the burst. A lot of damage.
Nice catch again.
Mundo is able to pop that out, and I think Mundo's ult will be able to give him the regen to be able to survive right through this, and most likely get the kill on Maokai.
We were looking at two different fights there, but mid lane, basically Lulu my Nunu got 2 hooks and killed the.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Does
really
get the pick off onto what is it? Graves and Braum?
Yeah, concurrent kills there
and
at the top of mid.
Yeah, wow. Great play there from UCL, good counterplay.
Yeah, and it's definitely keeping him in this game. That was just amazing play by Fresh there, really coming out just in that one moment.
Definitely. I think both teams selling a little bit back in to pick up a little bit of CS, and you have to see Huddersfield ward around about the bot side jungle as well, very well warding.
Yeah, they have so much vision in the blue side jungle on the bottom.
Kahan will be able to clear away some of those wards. Does have that pink.
Yeah, and you can see the 2 defensive pink wards in their own jungle there on the blue side. So they're definitely, you know, trying to maintain vision control there.
Yeah. I think most likely both teams going for a little bit more of settling back into CS. Potentially the next big fight will come over in Dragon.
And quite interestingly, out of all of those fights that just happened in the last 2 minutes, blue side is still up about 1k gold right now.
Yeah, I can see the big discrepancy there in kills, 13-7. We're double the kills coming out from UCL. But then again, Huddersfield, slightly more objective control, has got 2, I believe it, potentially 3 dragons.
Oh, and a face check by Thresh in the bot lane there.
Very big pick off here onto Thresh, and this will be a dead Thresh.
Yeah, and I think it would be a bad decision to try and chase that, to pursue that any further.
I agree. I think TF there, going in for the teleport just to be able to hold.
Yeah. Okay, Mundo's TPing in. Oh, Brown. Oh, it's a little bit early.
Now I'm back in the fight. I believe my league did stock out for a little bit. We see a lot of damage, but then again, blue side ear trapped into that little funnel, giving Graves the opportunity to hit away from the side. Lissandra does go down.
And they're
he's
chasing
the only
down.
one to
Mundo
do so.
is going to catch this Graves. This Mundo is just so tanky right now. No
Mundo
one can kill
doing
him.
exactly what you said the Mundo would likely do.
Oh!
Will be able to get stunned up. A lot of damage coming down. Actually, the Braum Q hitting onto Kahan, so we'll be able to stop the chase a little bit.
And that
Garvin
was
diving
really-
straight over the side and does manage to get the pick off onto Braum.
Yeah, and that was really bad timing for purple side there because the dragon just came up.
Yeah, as you said, yeah, I think blue side there, UCL, going for the push, taking away as many opportunities for Huddersfield to be able to contest for this dragon. A little bit
and
more
they
of a
just-
skirmish.
They really need to back now. Oh, but it caught out the Graves. Oh, good hook on the Graves there. Oh, sorry, on the Lee Sin.
Here I see a lot of damage coming down. I believe Hook does come out into the Lee Sin as well. I think I'm slightly behind as well. 1-for-1 trade there. Corki
And they
does
catch
pick
out
up
the
the Lee Sin.
Maokai. Ooh.
A lot of damage coming out
This
from
is-
Maokai, but then again, it's a very split team fight in the sense that Maokai will go down. A bit of a
And
chase.
then
Lissandra
Mundo
is
takes
back
out the
in there.
Lissandra. Mundo is he's just not dying. He's taking out the Graves as well now. This Mundo, wow! Triple kill for the Mundo. That is absolutely insane. I mean,
Incredible play there from Mundo.
this literally that whole fight lasted about a minute or two, and it was just UCL did not back from that first fight 2 minutes ago.
Very split fight in the sense that Lissandra died right at the beginning, was able to come back in a second time purely to die.
The
But
whole
yeah, as
the
you
whole
said.
of the purple side team died in that first fight, came back, died again, and weren't able to get any kills.
And as you can see, we were just talking about the discrepancy of kills being 13-7. Purple side only managed to pick up 2 kills off that, whereas UCL, going for a big push, does get the dragon, and most importantly, 7 additional kills.
Yeah, and look at that Mundo, 7-0-3. That is absolutely insane.
And I think what's the most important about this is where you see the quadra kill and the other double kill coming down for Kahan. Kahan is only on 7 kills, so the majority of the kills after that are being picked up and evenly spread by Mundo and Corki.
Yeah, and I think this is just the absolute repeat of Mundo last 2 weeks ago, where he
Right.
just went absolute full carry mode and destroyed. TF out
Yeah.
in the mid. Oof.
Yeah, if he does out on the mid, Lissandra will be able to flash away from that. Very good flash there. Will be able to escape.
But it's good trade for ult for the flash. The ult will be on a lower cooldown, so
Yeah, of
he can
course.
definitely get the repeat.
We do see 4 members of UCL stacking up in that mid lane, all except for Mundo. Mundo doesn't have the teleport available, but is going for that push up on top.
Yeah, and UCL have so much control right now. They're 5p up in gold, and now they're starting to make that push into the top side jungle.
Yeah.
They're trying to establish control here and get some vision.
And as you can see, it's very difficult for purple side to be able to push through past the blue side tanks. We do see Mundo with that Randuin's, with that Spirit Visage.
Oh, but
very-
Jarvan
very
does
tanky.
get a little bit too
Jarvan, a
aggressive.
little bit caught outside actually. Graves does just miss the ult,
Whoa.
doesn't manage to pick out Jarvan.
That was an wow, good hook by Fresh there onto Lee Sin, and he should be going down here.
Does manage to get the hook, I do see. The box does come out. A lot of damage to Lee Sin does get picked up by the Corki. Hook
Yeah.
just narrowly missing purple side again.
Yeah, and that was a what is Fresh doing? Bad flash as well. Fresh, bit of miscommunication there. He tried to go in on his own with no teammates,
Yeah. I think
and then burned the
potentially-
flash as well, and didn't
Yeah.
get over the wall.
I think as we were saying last time, so again that slight lack of synergy with the rest of the team, given hasn't played as many games as the main roster. But once again, I believe it was a 1-for-1 overall.
Yeah, overall it ends up being a 1-for-1.
Yeah, Lee Sin for
so-
Thrush. But yeah, back to what we were saying, we are seeing the really big front line. The Mundo does have the Randuins, does have the Spirit Visage, has got that Chain Vest and Cloth, most likely going into Thornmail. So very difficult for the auto attack
and
based
he-
Graves to be able to
Yeah,
get through that.
and he just got the 4-mil, like you said. So this Mundo is going to be really hard to kill.
Definitely. And what's very surprising actually for me to see it as well is we're seeing the Graves going for a defensive item very early. He's going for the Negatron Cloak. Yet, most importantly, doesn't have the Last Whisper, so won't find it that easy to be able to burn through this.
Yeah, and if you look at his scoreline, 5-4-4, it's quite clear that he's getting targeted and he's getting caught out quite a bit.
Definitely.
Which is why
Does
he's-
pick up a few kills in these skirmishes, but once again, as you said, is one of the main focuses, of course, for the UCL team. And as well as Mundo, it'll be a very difficult time getting through that Thresh as well. We do see the Chain Vest coming out. Jarvan has picked up the
Oh,
giant
and
spell.
Graves is a little bit caught out here. I don't think he's gonna get away. No.
Yeah. Kahan does manage to get the TP round the back.
Yeah,
Does manage to get
that
the Q.
was bit of
Slightly.
a bad decision there for Graves to stay
Yeah,
pushing
I
the
think
bot wave
sticking
without any
around
vision.
slightly too long, especially with the opportunity. And they have to think, Huddersfield have to be extra careful, even with wards, given they do have that TF with the opportunity to teleport in. Mundo does also now have his teleport up. Few pings coming out for Huddersfield in the jungle.
Yeah, and this whole time Mundo was pushing so far up top. It might have been a good decision to try and catch him out there because he didn't have too much vision actually of the topside jungle.
I think they would definitely lead Lissandra to be able to get a good pick onto Mundo. He does have a lot of armor.
Yeah.
Maokai will be able to do a fair amount of damage. Does have that gauntlet to be able to slow him up. But as again, with the Mundo ultimate, very difficult to actually get a kill on him.
Yeah, and UCL are pushing 4 people at mid right now. Graves is still at bot lane, so this might be an opportunity to get some damage on that mid lane turret.
Yeah, I think UCL, Kahan there pushing away with Corki.
Graves is... okay.
Graves is...
He's alright in the end.
Yeah, he's rotating back round to the rest of his team. And we do see Maokai did back away, which means Mundo does have pretty much free roam on that top lane. Lee Sin potentially going up there, doesn't actually decide to rotate round. So this is doing what Mundo can do, and he's allowing him to split push, go for the turret, does have that teleport available while Maokai is still back. Can't teleport to get back to lane just in case.
Yeah, and UCL just needs to keep with this pressure at mid right now to make sure that they have to keep all of the rest of the 4 members at mid so that none can rotate up and gank that Mundo.
And on top of this as well, good pressure on the side lanes. We do see bot lane pushing up for UCL.
Yeah, and it's the same as what happened last game. Their side lane control is so good for UCL.
Yeah,
I mean, every time they push, the lanes are pushing with them as well.
Mundo again, Maokai walks straight back into lane. Mundo and Maokai near on the same amount of health, but after all, Mundo does have his ultimate available. Very good two-pronged attack here. We do see the hook coming out onto Braum. We'll be able to back away.
Again, UCL come back with the dragon now.
We'll be able to back away. Yep, the dragon up in 4 seconds. UCL rotating
just really good
down.
timing.
We'll be able to pick up the dragon.
And probably the next big objective they're going to look for is Baron. And if we look into the red side jungle on the top there, there's not too much wards from red side.
Yeah,
they don't have any vision of the Baron.
We see a lot of wards coming out for the very TF side of the jungle. TF does manage to get the pick off onto Lissandra, does get the gold card. A lot of damage coming down to the Lissandra, and this might be a solo kill. TF most likely going to go for the flash. Does whiff the flash a little bit, but Mundo will be able to pick it up.
That was a failed flash there by TF.
Nevertheless.
Did you see that?
Yeah, I did. Slightly
I
with
was
flash
hoping
there.
no one saw that.
Really wanted to go for the solo kill, but nevertheless, it is a 5-on-4. We would like to see what UCL could push out of this. Graves is in the bot lane.
I feel like UCL should have taken advantage of that. They got the kill on Lissandra. Graves was bot pushing the bot lane. I think they could have taken the Baron there. I mean, it would have been a 5v3, effectively.
They would have potentially gone for a little bit of a push. Everyone's standing still at the minute for me, but I believe that's my internet, not the real game. They haven't decided a timeout, the minions included.
Yeah, so, I mean, they just backed. They didn't take any objectives after that kill on Lissandra, so it's good for the gold, but at the same time, they've had this lead for a while now, and it's the same problem, which is that if they don't close out, they run the risk of red side coming back into this.
Definitely. I think jumping back into the game now. We do have that 7k gold advantage for UCL. It will be interesting to see what they can push from this, with a lot of people collecting up in the top side of purple jungle.
Yeah, and bot lane should push for UCL as well. So they should have that in their favor.
Definitely, the cannon minion did go down. So yeah, as you said, bot lane is pushing up for UCL. Mundo being that near unstoppable front line, 0 deaths here. Randuin's Thornmail, Spirit Visage, and most likely going into a Warmogs.
Oh, a catch on Lissandra by the hook! Really nice catch there. Lissandra is able to Zhonya's and she stays alive, but they get the Lee Sin.
Yeah, they do have. Do get Zhonya's out of it as well.
And they get the Braum as well.
Right.
Maokai has come down though, but Mundo is not here.
Maokai dives straight in. Mundo does have his teleport available, decides not to use it. UCL are backing away. My league is playing an absolute nightmare at the minute. All the fights seem to happen about 5 seconds before I see them. Nevertheless, we do see UCL pushing up against the mid lane now.
It was just a really nice catch there onto the Lissandra, really nice hook. They force out the Zhonya's, and the rest of the team commit to try and save her, which they do, but then they lose two, the Lee Sin and then the Braum instead.
And you can see that this two-pronged attack is working especially well for UCL. It does manage to get both turrets down at exactly the same time.
Yeah.
Most likely now, back away. We do see Corki with 2.5k gold in his purse. Mundo with 1.8, so a lot of money sitting around for UCL. We'll be able to back up, we'll be able to buy those big items and go for another push.
Yeah, and if you look at bot lane, they have an enormous, absolutely enormous wave pushing in, and Graves is coming to catch it. You can see the anticipation there with the Jarvan and Corki moving up.
Yeah, and I think they're going to let Graves clear out the lane, pick up that blue, does go over to Corki, and most importantly, will deny it away from Lissandra.
Oh, yeah.
Lissandra here looks like caught out actually. TF does manage to get the gold card in. Jarvan as well, diving straight back in. The teleport coming out from Mundo. Near perfect Thresh hook coming out. Death sentence, handing it as soon as the Zhonya's ends.
Yeah, really nice. And he managed to burn the flash from the Graves as well. Graves is so low right now.
And Graves will definitely, Graves is way too low to stick around. Will be have to back. Maokai taken to around about half health, purely with poke alone. And
this should be the bot lane turret for blue side.
Very well played here from UCL. Great rotation down. And Mundo diving straight in there, acting as that front line, potentially going in for the inhib turret.
Yeah, just really nice catch. And if we talk a little bit for purple side there, it was a little bit greedy of Lissandra to try to go for the blue. I mean, they had no control, they had no vision in the jungle, so
that's true. And you have to think. I believe, but I'm not 100% on this, so you could correct me if I'm wrong. If Lissandra's claw hits something, does it make a noise?
I'm not sure. I don't play much Lissandra.
Yeah, if it did, I would imagine that it probably would have been safer for her to either queue over the wall, see if the blue was there, instead of diving straight in.
Yeah, definitely. And after she used that, I mean, there's just no way out.
Yeah, she
that is her escape.
Didn't have the flash available, didn't have a re available, and Zhonya's did manage to save her for a little bit of time. But again, great Thresh hook coming out from Lulu Maininu.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he is just outstanding with his hooks in this mid to late game. He's been landing all of those really important hooks that lead to the kills and lets blue side take the objectives after that.
Yeah, and you can see, just as we predicted, Thresh does go. Actually, we do see Jarvan potentially getting caught out. No, they are going for the five-man kill, maybe onto TF. TF will be able to get out of this one. Does pop the ghost.
And this was a 5-man commit.
UCL do have the opportunity. Yeah, exactly. Wildcard does hit onto the Graves. UCL are rotating down to mid. But yeah, as we said, Thresh does have that talisman, does have the Sunfire Cape. Will be able to chase off, especially after Huddersfield, especially with the Moby boots as well.
Yeah, and UCL have positioning on the Baron here, so they can start doing this Baron lance, you know, bait the Baron, force the red team to go 5v5 and win the team fight.
Definitely. As you can see, the ward coverage here from UCL is near impeccable here around Baron. Not a single ward from Huddersfield.
And
even at the minute, Huddersfield are rotating around, potentially just going for the pick on mid lane. I think they believe UCL are going for Baron. Now that they see Thresh doesn't have it, can't see the rest of the members, are going to back away though.
Yeah, that was a really good rotation from purple side there. So they managed to push mid and get a lot of damage on that mid turret. And maybe a little bit of indecision there by blue side. They didn't.
But then you can see purple side are going for the dragon. I believe this. I mean, you can see UCL diving straight back in, ulting in, but it did give them the opportunity to go for the kill on Baron. We do see the flash in stun coming out from Graves. Braum going very deep, both Braum and Thresh right in the middle of the opposition's fight. Maokai and Mundo near acting as counterparts to each other. Jarvan does go down. Again, very tanky fight. Maokai slightly less tanky than Mundo, so Maokai will be able to get picked up by the backline of UCL. Corki getting the double kill. Corki actually picking up the triple kill, and again being able to clear up.
And
finishing up with the quad.
Basically a mirrored fight there. You had and Maokai both tanking up the backline of
Exactly.
the opposite teams. Only that Maokai is not as strong as Mundo right now. Maokai got shot down so early, he's 162 right now, versus a 906 Mundo, and it meant that Mundo was able to stay alive, whereas Maokai died.
I think this is the most important thing. Braum and Thresh equally diving into the opposition team. Braum does go down. Thresh is able to get away from that. But most importantly, Maokai went down so early on compared to Mundo, being near full health around about the time Maokai goes down. And this can be seen by the 9 kills from him and the 6 deaths from Maokai. That shutdown, very important.
And look at this Maokai, he's got the Iceborne Gauntlet of the Rod of Ages. He has nothing against AP, essentially, apart from the Spectre's Cowl. Even against armor, the Iceborne Gauntlet doesn't do too much for you.
That's what I'm saying. Very minimal armor as well. Minimal MR. Coming out with slightly more of a damage item as well. And I have to say that's slightly more of a risky play. And clearly it didn't work out in the last team fight.
Yeah, and Blue side pretty much have Baron on all of their members right now, apart from TF. So this is their chance now to really make that push and start taking some of those inner turrets.
Yeah, they are around about 14k. Head on gold, do have that Baron. 4 members of their team will be able to go for a push.
Yeah, if we look for the kills for 1 second, it's 31 to 12. This is just so many kills in this game.
I think very importantly as well, we were talking around about 10 to 15 minutes ago that Graves was 5 for 4. Hasn't been able to pick up any kills in that. Very aggressive play here from Kahan. Did manage to get the flash gold card and wild cards, nearly pushing Graves out of the fight very early on, whereas Corky got the quadra in the last kill, picking up those big items and making him even stronger.
Yeah, and you see, blue side...
Very aggressive flash out coming out from Jarvan. Does manage to pop the flash for Graves, and I will say this was successful.
Yeah, a little bit optimistic there.
Yeah, I would say a little bit overzealous.
He didn't see the rest of the team, but he managed to trade flashes on the ADC, which is fair enough.
I think around about this point of the game, we'll give slightly less opportunity to engage, but then again, a lot more catch potential onto Graves.
Yeah, and now we can see the 4-man Baron team pushing up on the mid, which is exactly what they want to do here, make use of that Baron and start.
And as we
some of
said,
these
Mundo are just wallowing away straight into the middle of the team. Does take 2 or 3 tower hits, means absolutely nothing to him with that build. Thresh does get the hook onto Maokai. Again, Mundo tanking up that turret. Want to be slightly careful around about that. Mundo doing a lot of damage himself. Jarvan slightly separated from the fight. Khan does manage to pick up Maokai. Once again, Jarvan diving straight in, does get the kill onto Graves and will be able to back away. Corky on the other hand, picking up the Lee Sin. Lissandra tried to go for the ult, tried to go for the Zhonya's, but does get picked up in the end. And this will be a perfect, clean ace. Very well played here from UCL.
Just a really nice fight there. A little bit split up, but I mean, they're so far ahead right now. It doesn't really matter.
Really.
And it does look like they're going to finish the game here. So, just a really nice catch there on the end, which lets them get the ace and win the game.
Yeah. Sorry about that slight little break, but yeah, as you said, very well played there. Mundo acting as the front line, Corky, TF, perfectly picking off their people, whoever they can get hits onto, Jarvan as well, diving straight in there, and just a really good all-round, fit their role team fight from UCL.
Yeah, it's just so strong, it's such a good team fight. And getting that TF and Mundo so strong and fed in the early to mid game really helped them out. And it really helped their bot lane recover as well.
You can see clearly it's not that much of a discrepancy in the damage done. I think the biggest difference, the most important difference that we'd have to notice would be the difference in TF to Lissandra. That playing a large factor, especially early game, giving TF, giving Mundo those kills. Did scale them up in the mid game.
Yeah, and if we look at this Corky score, he's now 13-2-12, which you wouldn't have expected looking at the first 10 minutes of the game where they were, completely losing lane.
Exactly. I think what that was a clear case of mid and top doing very well in the early, Jarvan doing very well in the mid, bot lane doing very well in the end, picking up the kills, getting fed themselves. And as I said, one of the most important things UCL did really well in the last game was distribute the kills very well.
Yeah, absolutely. And they made the right decision to not, like in the last game, after that kind of weak early game in the bot, not to keep trying to play aggressive, and they
Yeah.
just played safe after that.
I think that this was one of their big things as well. Thresh not going for hooks, but not necessarily diving in on as many opportunities as he can. Slightly going for safer fights, and that allowed them to, even with the potential for a really strong early game, which didn't go so well given the champion picks, come back into the mid and late.
Yeah, so a great game. Thanks everyone for watching that, and we'll be back
definitely.
a bit later for the next one.
Right, thanks.